Good evening and thanks for joining us. It could be a landmark case challenging the powers of the NCAA. A court hearing held today in a challenge by the Paterno family and others in a civil suit against the NCAA over sanctions leveled against Penn State over the Jerry Sandusky scandal. Jerry Sandusky was in the courtroom today and has that story tonight.
Attorneys representing 21 plaintiffs in their suit against the NCAA in court today here at the courthouse in Bellefonte. A key element in their case, that consent decree signed by Penn State President Rodney Erickson accepting the NCAA sanctions. But was it consent or was it coerced?
The NCAA attorneys say the suit filed by the Paternos and others has no legal merit and should be dismissed. According to them, it's because of a simple reason: that Penn State is not a plaintiff in the suit, that the university agreed to and signed off on the consent decree for the sanctions. And the plaintiffs are now simply upset and want to rewrite history. But the plaintiffs challenging the use of the word consent.
It doesn't say consent decree, it says consent decree as imposed. As imposed. I'm not sure then if there's not a problem with those two words in the same heading, consent as imposed.
The NCAA attorney said the consent decree actually benefits Penn State because the penalties against the university could have been worse if it wasn't accepted. A number of issues were argued, with Judge John Leete at one point commenting that the NCAA cut a new path with this case.
Very complicated legal issues. You know, this is not one of those sexy cases where somebody walks out of a courthouse and there's a verdict. We're gonna get a very thoughtful opinion from a very thoughtful judge, and as I told some of you upstairs, that's about all a plaintiff or a defendant could ask for.
Attorneys on both sides going back and forth in a lot of legalese with the basic question: did the NCAA overstep its authority in applying the sanctions to Penn State? The judge overseeing the case only hearing arguments today. A decision will be coming later. In Bellefonte, Jerry Sandusky, 6 News.